Season 2, Chapter 3, Azerbaijan Grand Prix. AlphaTauri's start to the season doesn't have the early momentum they had in 2022, but today's race provides an excellent chance to score big. With the Baku streets notorious for chaotic racing, it's Malachi Wilson's chance to step up and pull off a shock result.
Good afternoon and welcome to Baku. This was the arena, if you think back to 2017, of one of the most eventful races of modern history, with controversy behind the safety car, last-second overtakes, and a historic podium for Williams and for Lance Stroll. So let's find out what lies in store for us this year. It's time for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Baku City Circuit then, an unpredictable 3.7-mile track around the streets of the Azerbaijan capital. 20 turns for our drivers to navigate today, including the infamous Turn 8, one of the tightest and most challenging corners of the season. Anthony Davidson, a very warm welcome to you as you join me in the commentary box for today's event. Let's discuss Red Bull. There have been some tweaks to the power unit regulations, of course, and I have to say it doesn't seem, so far at least, that they've been able to keep up.
There are a few downcast looks within the team this weekend. I think they've been hit fairly hard by the new regs. But this is only the first step down a long road of development, and even if they don't maximise their points today, there are plenty more up for grabs this season.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Sainz, Charles Leclerc and Hamilton, Bottas, Giovinazzi, Gasly and Fernando Alonso, Ocon, Russell, Wilson and Latifi, Eilert, Ricciardo and Guan Yu Zhou and Mick Schumacher, Tsunoda and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
What is going on, everybody? Zach RC here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Season 2, Episode 3 of the F1 The Prodigy Custom Story Series for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix here in Baku. Looking forward to what should be a pretty exciting race for us here. Hopefully things will go well because Baku is very chaotic normally. Our aim here is just to get into the top 10 and try and defend that from the start. So here we go now for 5 red lights. The Azerbaijan Grand Prix, the lights are on, we're underway, we're going to move over to the left to immediately try and cover off Latifi, who has a run on the inside to make our way towards turn 1. He's going to move back outside. We're going to try and dive in as quickly as we can into turn 1. Gone 4 abreast into that first corner in the end. We've managed to get away with it. Got a warning for collision with Alonso, but we're all good away from that for the time being. We'll move to the inside of Giovinazzi if we can. Very clean down the left hand side. The yellow flag's out for a second, but the green flag's got its display once again. And we're still side by side with Gio here to make our way down this next straight. It's going to be very tight into turn 3. We have enough Giovinazzi in front of us. Try and back out, move back inside. Slight bit of contact there, we'll manage to get away with it. Giovinazzi forced wide, and that's going to allow Alonso in the outside. He backed out, and that puts us up into P8. So not too bad a start there, but definitely beating our target. Bottas and Hamilton have pulled away in front of us, so the top 7 looks to be out of reach of time and hit the wall slightly, making our way to the start. Section 2, Giovinazzi still right there behind us. He's a potential threat. Only half a second between us, so making our way through the left-hander now, heading towards the car section. So this is absolutely crucial. We've got to nail it each and every time during this Grand Prix in order for us to succeed. So making our way now through the chicane and out of that chicane into the left-hander we go. Out to the left-hander, we're still in a decent gap between us and Bottas. Also only half a second between us and Giovinazzi. That's being closed now. Giovinazzi rapidly closing in that McLaren. He's waiting to make a move. He's going to make a move to the left or the right. There he is on the right. He's trying to run the outside, but cut him off. Hold him off there. Keep the car out of the wall. Nice and smooth. But Giovinazzi still right there, so he could give a very good tow down the main straight. It's a very long set of straights here, but all the way back down towards turn 1 to start the next lap. We're holding on very well here with this underperforming AlphaTauri. Still doing very well here. Pierre Gasly is a couple places behind us. He's outside of the points at the moment. Giovinazzi there on our right now. We're going to cut him off briefly. He's now a very good corner down this main straight here back towards turn 1. Verstappen sets the first lap of the race, and he completes the first lap of this race, and so do we now, making our way towards the line. Giovinazzi's on the left, but he pulls back into line. We're going to hold on to P8 at the end of that first lap, moving on to lap 2 now. Still just in front of Giovinazzi, moving on into sector 2. Giovinazzi, we've gone a bit too far there. Giovinazzi around the outside, that's all he needs to do is try and take that place away. He's got it for the time being, and here comes Esteban Ocon who's right behind us. We've got another warning for collision with Gio. We're going to go up the inside, cut the corner a bit. That's our only hope to keep on the track and not crash, so we have to stay with Giovinazzi for the time being, but he's managed to get out there in front of us, and that might be all we see of him because the McLaren is a lot faster than our car, so he might just be getting away, and that could be all we see of Antonio Giovinazzi for this race. We may have to focus on defending from Esteban Ocon, as Gio's already almost a second up the road. He's almost 2 seconds up the road by the time we end the second lap. Ocon's got a very good toe on us, but he's trying to make a move. He moves from side to side, trying to find an opening. He was on the outside there. We're going to shut him off. Overshot the corner slightly there, so Ocon's going to be on our inside for turn 2. We're going to get a better drive off and go into that second corner. We do end up in front of Esteban Ocon, so we're all good there. Still holding on to P9 here, boys. We move on towards the end of lap 3 now. Ocon's got DRS this time, so we're going to have to be really careful in order to make it through and just hold on to P9. And Gasly's closing in now. The gap was a lot bigger than it was, but now it's just a second and a half, and he's closing in all the time as we continue to hold off Ocon. But here he goes now on the left-hand side with the DRS, going down towards turn 1. He gets past us by a full car. We're going to try and duck back to the inside. He moves across us in front of us. We're going to duck inside, and that should be enough to take P9 back, and it is. We've got a team radio coming in here now, so it looks like they're going to try and change our strategy a bit because Pierre's faster than us, but I don't really think that's fair, so we're going to keep our strategy for the time being because we're currently doing alright, and Gasly isn't actually in front of us, so he shouldn't really have much priority at this point. Ocon's going around the outside, and he might be able to take P9 away from us, and he has as well, and Gasly's got right up as well, so we could be in for a very exciting next couple of laps in this Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Here they come now, the two AlphaTauris being led by the Alpine of Esteban Ocon. He continues to lead the chase. Both cars will have DRS on the Alpine in front, and the ride on Will Wilson here as they make their way down the main straight. He has DRS on Ocon, but Gasly has DRS on Wilson, and there he goes down towards turn 1. Gasly now has P9. Wilson looking to dive as they're going to turn 1, and there's contact, and he's hit his teammate, and Wilson's off the track, and just like that, Malachi Wilson is out of the race. Some more news here from the AlphaTauri following yesterday's Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and that's that Malachi Wilson has been dropped from the team for one race following the crash that led to his retirement from the race yesterday. A statement was released just a few minutes ago which also said that Alexander Albon will be given a one-off opportunity to drive in the French Grand Prix in 2 weeks' time. Wilson conducted himself well after the incident, stating the following in yesterday's press conference. "I don't believe in team orders, no matter who's giving them. It's wrong in my eyes to tell a competitor to deliberately not win. We are here to race. There is no doubt Wilson will return for the Austrian Grand Prix next month, but the higher-ups will definitely have their eyes on them as the season continues on." Things could not have gone any worse. Malachi Wilson retires from the Grand Prix after contact with Pierre Gasly, leading to a demotion from the team for the French Grand Prix. His seat will be on the line when F1 heads to Austria.